Where is my... Nancy, do you hear me now? Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Testing, 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 testing. Okay, she still doesn't hear it in Zoom, so... E1400. Okay. But which mic? That's the speaker. Which microphone should I be using?
I think the microphone is just going to be...
Okay. Okay. Let's see if that helps. Yes now? Okay. Okay, great. Okay, I think we're good to go. Yes. Now I just gotta get back to the right window. No, please go ahead. Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay. We're set and we're ready to start, I think. Oh, you know what? I'm talking in this mic all morning without my mask. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for that. Oh, goodness. Technology is so much fun. I love it. Welcome to the 2026 Library Publishing Forum. I'm so happy to have all of you here. My name is Cheryl Ball, and I'm the on-site facilitator for the Library Publishing Forum. I'm standing in for Melanie Schlosser this week and have been working closely with the LPC staff since September to plan the logistics and content for today and tomorrow's meeting. I've got quite a bit to cover in the opening remarks, but first I want to get a sense of who's here. Raise your hand or holler out if you have never been to any version of the Library Publishing Forum. Fantastic! All right, welcome newcomers. Yes. Raise your hand or holler out if you have been to a virtual forum, but this is your first in-person forum. All right, about half a dozen of you, that's great. Raise your hand or holler out if you have been to multiple in-person forums. Yeah, these are the old hands. They can show you what's going on, okay? Raise your hand if you saw me give the keynote in 2017 in Denton. Yeah, thanks. Now raise your hand if you've been to every forum. All right, Melanie's not here. That's right. She's watching online because we're live streaming. That's what I've been doing up here for the last hour, trying to get that all set. So I'm glad it finally worked out. Before we get into the content, we've got some acknowledgments to work on to share with you this morning. First, I want to acknowledge that we are on the land of the Coast Salish peoples, which touches the shared waters of all of the tribes and bands within the Suquamish, Tulalip, and the Muckleshoot nations. Acknowledgements are never enough when it comes to the indigenous land that we are guests on. I mentioned this yesterday at the Joint Summit that I lived on the road for 4.5 years before finding land in Maine that was welcoming to me. And it was always one of my priorities whenever I went to a new place as a digital nomad to look up where I was in the native land digital app online that we've listed here. Because we're a guest of this land and of the peoples who were here well before we were. And I guarantee that if you live on Turtle Island, there are Native groups in your area doing important work that you can learn about and support. We've included a link for the local Office of Tribal Relations here if you want to look up, help, or donate to their causes. I also want to acknowledge our hosts in Seattle this week. These are all the people here who have made the forum possible. The Center for Advances in Library, Museums, and Archives, CALMA, which we all need a little more CALMA in our lives these days, the iSchool, and the University of Washington as a whole. Our host liaisons, without whom this conference, we would not have been able to pull it off. Thank you very much to Brandon Locke and to Liz Bedford. I don't know if Liz is here yet. We'll see. Who have really helped us with a lot of the details, as well as the hub and the catering staff. So please thank them when you see them. Again, I'm Cheryl Ball, and I'm this year's forum facilitator. Megan Pasquarella will be staffing the registration and information table in the back. She is definitely trying to fill the shoes of Nancy Adams, who couldn't be here this week at the forum either. And as well, this year we're also pleased to have 2 student volunteers helping us from the University of Washington's Information School. They'll be helping us a bit, but also attending sessions, so please welcome them to the library publishing community. And you knew it was coming. Nancy has been, I'm going to cry about this. Nancy has been an intrepid staff member at LPC for many years now, and she is the glue that holds this entire enterprise together. She and Melanie both are just amazing to witness them in action, and I've only been able to witness it firsthand for the last 9 months, but wow. Without Nancy, we're going to be all a little sadder, but we're going to have, there's great job applications in the works. Nancy's going to stick around to help train the new person, which we're incredibly grateful for. And we hope that you will add to the kudo board for Nancy's retirement to send her a little joy and love. And those QR codes are also posted on your table tents. Now, the work of so many LPC groups goes into making the forum happen. I'm not going to read all the names, but I'm going to flash them up here on slides while giving a brief overview of their contributions. The program committee put the program together. They are also serving as room hosts during the conference and are a great resource if you have questions. I can't iterate enough how much work they did to make sure that the content of the conference was as fantastic as it possibly could be. So please give them a hand right now. Helping us with on-site clean air support, we also want to thank William at the Seattle Clean Air Collective and the Ohio Clean Air Coalition, who provided us with COVID tests and masks, which, by the way, we want you to take the tests home with you even if you don't use them during the conference, which we encourage you to do if you feel so called. But if you need tests at home, we have lots of extras that we need to get rid of at the end of the conference. So please take some stash. As well, we want to thank Liz Bedford and several of student volunteers who helped put together all the Corsi Rosenthal boxes that you'll see in the meeting rooms over the course of the forum. Next, the Remote Engagement Task Force created the Forum Friends program this year for those who weren't able to attend in person but still wanted to engage in some way. So, hi Forum Friends online. They're also largely responsible for organizing and managing the content on the Discord server. And I want to give a particular shout out to Jessica Kirshner for basically setting up the entire server for the forum. So Jessica's back there. She's already on Discord watching things. Discord! So please make sure when you see her to thank her. The Forum Scholarships Committee reinvented the Forum Scholarship Program and gave out 2 awards to those living in North America this year. They also jumped in to help on our revival of the Library Publishing Coalition and AU Press's Cross-Pollinator Award this year, effectively pulling double duty when they weren't intending to. I'm going to introduce all the awardees shortly, and I have a shout out to Annette Windhorn from AU Presses for helping us coordinate the Cross-Pollinator Award with me. This year, the LPC and IFLA Library Publishing Section collaborated on an international scholarship for attendance at the 2026 forum as well. And I'm excited to soon announce the winners of that so you can thank them in person. Here's that slide already. Our forum scholarship recipients. This year, the Forum Scholarship Committee awarded Bailey Lake and Claudia D'Souza as the North American recipients of Forum Scholarships. If y'all are here, can you wave your hand? There's Bailey. And there's Claudia, thank you. Yeah. Okay. Bailey is an early career librarian at Eastern Kentucky University. Claudia is an early career academic who studies library publishing at the University of Puerto Rico. And this year, for the first time, LPC collaborated with the IFLA Library Publishing Group to bring an international library publisher to the forum. Shireen is the acting, this is Shireen, yes, in the front. Shireen is acting head of the Quality Improvement Unit at the library sector at Biblioteca Alexandrina. We also welcome Sophia Hebert to the Library Publishing Forum. She's the recipient of this year's AU Press's Member Cross-Pollination Award. Liz Bedford was the Cross-Pollinator Award recipient to attend AU Presses earlier this week. Let's give them a quick round of applause again and make sure to say hi to them during the conference. And I'd like to take a moment to thank and highlight our sponsors who allow us to keep this conference affordable. Please say hi to them, stop by their tables, sign up for a one-on-one chat with the sponsor through the Discord sponsor channel, and check out the sponsor slideshow between sessions. Forum Sustainers is also a new level of sponsorship this year. In addition to Bridwell Library and Press, folks from Choir and Iowa State who use Janeway are available for one-on-one chats with a sponsor, as I mentioned. See the sign up in the Discord channel, or you can stop by their tables. We also want to thank our forum sponsors and supporters. And next, on to some business. In-person conferences are challenging, but we try to be very human-centered here at LPC. So we've done everything that we can think of to make the conference safe and welcoming and supportive. First of all, we have a wonderful code of conduct that many people at LPC have been involved in it, in creating it. So read it, learn it, and live it. The TLDR is that we invite everyone to be kind and curious and brave and humble, and we take problems very seriously. And next, you probably picked up on this from some of the acknowledgments, but we put a lot of effort into the COVID policy for this event. If you haven't looked at it, please do. But the biggest takeaway is that we're trying to cultivate an ethic of care and community. There are people in this room who could be seriously and possibly permanently harmed by a COVID infection, so please use the tests that we offer for free at registration. Mask if you're able, and do everything in your power to keep each other safe. Now, if you need a lactation space, the green room is available. Please check at the registration desk with Megan or one of the volunteers up there or myself for help finding it. If you need a quiet room, there's several lounges available in the hub during this interim period between school sessions. Please let us know at the registration desk if you have trouble finding an adequate space. And finally, anybody who sits near me during a conference knows the difficulties of having a fulfilling meal when you have specific dietary needs. #vegan. I made it my personal mission to ensure that those of us with special needs were well cared for during this conference. If you declared such need during registration, we will have boxed lunches set aside for you with your name on it during the lunches, and there will always be a vegan and gluten-free option. Sometimes you'll have to request it specifically from the catering staff, but there are those kinds of meals and enough of them available. If you registered late for the conference, we'll let you know prior to lunch, because the boxed lunches are like the tightest numbers that we have, right? So we'll let you know if we have enough boxed lunches for you. I'm not sure that we will. So just FYI on that, but the rest of the meals are buffet, so there should be plenty. If you do need extra food, there's a marketplace on the ground floor that's open during the event. In continuing our goal of a safe and comfy forum, you'll notice that there's 2 different colors of lanyards given out at registration. The white one is for people who are ghosts. They do not want their photos taken. The blue one is for everyone else. Please mind that, as well as LPC's privacy policy, which is part of the code of conduct. Now, back to the Discord. This year we're using Discord server to full effect. The Q&A for our opening keynote and the 2 watch party sessions will take place exclusively on Discord. You'll also be able to meet with our sponsors, and of course some of them are here in person. It's also a place to chat about the sessions and to ask questions or give feedback about the forum without talking to a person face to face, which some of us need by a certain point in the conference. I'll be monitoring the on-site questions channel. If you have any issues there, I'll pop back in and can answer them for you. And you can even start your own asynchronous birds of a feather session in the Discord this year. We also have lots of fun and silly stuff like pet photos, book recommendations, and more. Melanie in particular will be living on the Discord server for the next 2 days, and she really wants your book and podcast recommendations, so please add those in. If you haven't yet signed on to the Discord server, please do so now. There's a QR code on every single table that will take you there. And we also want to thank the many Discord moderators from the Remote Engagement Task Force, the Program Committee, the LPC staff, and the board who are ensuring that the space is safe and welcoming to everyone. Okay. Also, please remember that there's a demographic survey that's been emailed to you, and it's also available in Sketch. And we really appreciate the data that you're able to provide us for this optional survey. Okay. Some program highlights here. Don't forget, the keynote's coming up next. We've got the watch parties that we're running simultaneously with the forum friends, so that's kind of fun. The reception is this evening in this room from 4 to 6, and then tomorrow morning is the plenary speakers. I'm sorry to report, though, that the therapy dogs had to cancel. I know, y'all. Like, I'm so sad about this. But as we were thinking about, like, what can we do? What can we do to like fill the need for the therapy dogs? It reminds me of this podcast that I listened to, where it's a woman who like does some psychotherapy stuff, and she's like, when she's giving people advice, she says puppy talk rules, right? Like when you're talking to yourself and you're trying to like bolster yourself, you have to use puppy talk rules, which means like you have to talk to your inner child like you're a puppy, right? So I'm like, well, we could just have a room where we sit around and give each other props using puppy talk rules. Maybe that's too weird. Melanie might get mad at me for saying that, but no. So we'll just use that time to support each other in other fun ways. Okay. Shortly, I'm going to introduce you to Ryan Otto, the co-chair of the program committee, who will introduce our keynote speaker, Heather Joseph. Unfortunately, Heather had a death in the family last week, so she isn't able to be here in person with us. We were able to record her keynote last week, though, and I promise you that the energy that she presents comes through in the video, and you will be moved. So instead of live streaming the pre-recorded video, we posted it on the Library Publishing Coalition's YouTube channel, and it's also posted in the Forum Discord keynote channel. After Ryan's introduction, we will invite everyone watching remotely, that's y'all, to hit play alongside us here in Seattle, and in Seattle we'll watch it together on the big screen. Heather will be available in the keynote channel in Discord throughout her talk, and the Q&A will take place exclusively in that channel for Forum and Forum Friend registrants. I now welcome Ryan Otto, co-chair of the program committee, to the stage. You're going to be live streamed, your remarks, so come on up here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sitting that way. morning, everyone. First, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank and give a huge shout out to my wonderful program committee colleagues, and especially my co-chair, the amazing Jessica Thorlickson, who unfortunately also isn't here today. Now I have the distinct pleasure of introducing our keynote speaker, Heather Joseph. Heather is someone who may not need an introduction because of her long time and inspiring leadership and contributions to worldwide scholarly communication strategy and advocacy. I'm going to try my best anyway. As Spark's executive director since 2005, Heather has focused the organization's efforts on sharing knowledge. Under her stewardship, Spark has become the leading advocacy organization promoting innovative, open, and equitable global systems of research education. She leads Spark's strategic work, which resulted in a fundamental shift in public policy towards open knowledge sharing, including the establishment of the landmark White House memorandum requiring open access to all federally funded research outputs in 2023. She is a widely respected expert on national and international open research policies, practices, and implementation strategies. Through Spark's global network of affiliates in Europe, Asia, and Africa, she is a collaborator on projects that support community-developed and controlled solutions for knowledge sharing. Prior to joining Spark, Heather spent 15 years as a publisher in both commercial and non-for-profit journal publication houses. She is deeply engaged in global knowledge sharing community and serves as the board of directors of organizations ranging from the public research to our research. She is a frequent speaker and writer on scholarly communications and higher education issues and open access to research in particular. Colleagues, Heather Joseph.
Let's give her a big round of applause, even though she's not here in person. Okay, forum friends, you've got the link in the Keynote Discord channel, I believe. Jessica, give me the thumbs up on that, yes. And I'm gonna stop the live streaming, and it's gonna take me just a minute to get the YouTube link up for everybody here. So if you need 2 seconds to just get up, that's okay. Yes, thank you all.